The key to Project SHIELD is the relationship building, because when someone is sexually abused and the allegation comes forward, that victim then has to go through so many different bureaucracies and meet so many different people, and it's so confused and it's almost re-traumatizing. So what Project SHIELD does is really bring all those people together to the table so that JCFS and the police and all the different people and the state's attorney that have to interview that kid, they all know each other. They can all be together on one basis, and all the therapists know who that they can call as well. And that really helps the victim feel more safe and secure when they are able to come forward. Project SHIELD is a program that actually has a special focus on the Orthodox Jewish community. And I think that that's very special because it really serves the cultural needs of a specialized community. So what we try to do is empower the people that are around kids. We do trainings and education for teachers, for parents, for just concerned community members, camp counselors, because those are the people that kids are going to go to when something's wrong. One day a woman came over to me at the supermarket actually, and she introduced herself and she said, I understand that you're the coordinator of Project SHIELD, and I said yes. And in the middle of the supermarket aisle she started crying and she said, I want you to know how much it means to me that there's a program in the Jewish community for victims of child sexual abuse, because I was victimized over 20 years ago. And to know that the Jewish community takes it seriously and is validating that there is a problem here is healing more than you will ever know. And I walked away from that really knowing that Project SHIELD must always exist, and a program in the Jewish community for child sexual abuse must always exist for the current victims and for all the people that it's happened to up until now. Every day I think to myself, what can I do to make what is already such a horrific situation a little bit easier for someone? And a lot of times, all I do is kind of either theoretically or sometimes literally hold someone's hand while they're going down to be interviewed, or while they're trying to find a therapist, or while they're even trying to put words to what happened to them. A lot of the studies have started to show that in talking about abuse and really unhealthy sexuality, that it's a spectrum, and if true prevention means being able to talk about the whole spectrum, and if you can't talk about what's going on that's right, you can't talk about what's going on that's wrong. Often studies show that when a victim comes forward, the most important thing is not necessarily always what happened to them, but the response from the first person that they tell. And if that first person says, I believe you and we're going to get help, their chance for recovery is much higher. And Project SHIELD enables that. And without that, I'm not sure it would happen.